Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how to make a component in MultiSim that is functionally useless. It will have the component itself that you can see as well as a bunch of pinouts for it. So first you want to go to Tools, Component Wizard, and you want a name for this. We are going to be creating the Nucleo G031K8, but I'm going to be putting an _1 next to this because I've made this recording 3 times and I made a small errors each time. So don't worry about it. Click Layout only from here and then click Next. For package manufacturer, this really doesn't matter. It requires it though. So you can just say me. And then number of pins. There's 30 pins on this Nucleo board, on this microcontroller. So you want to select 30 there and then click Next. So fortunately for us, the default symbol that MultiSim goes to is a rectangle, and the Nucleo is a rectangle as well, so this is exactly what we need. Symbol set, this doesn't matter for what we're doing, just stay with ANSI because that works. And then from here, you want to click Edit because we need to label the pin names. So now we're in the symbol editor, and we have 1 through 15 and then 16 through 30. We need to relabel these, or rename these. So you want to do is come to the bottom, and for the names, you can just go and click it, and then you want to edit it. Just by double clicking or single clicking, and then from there you'll be able to start changing the names. So the first pin is the digital one, so you want to put D1. Second pin is D0, so put D0. And the third pin is the reset pin. I have no idea why it goes D1, D0, then reset. It's probably for something about PCB design. Next is ground. Something about PCB design. Oh wait, and then it starts counting down from digital 2 all the way down to digital 12 for the rest of this. But why it goes from D0 to D1 is probably something to do with proper PCB design, makes the wiring more efficient or something. I have no idea. I don't know anything about PCB design, even though I've done it before. And this is the third time I'm actually doing this because the first time I did it was just for a test. Second time I did it, I was recording, but apparently the Windows recording software only records the first screen you click. So I was doing all of this, but all you would see was my cursor scrolling around on MultiSim, on just invisible, on nothing. Like you would see me clicking down here, but it was on just the regular MultiSim tab. So now we're on digital 10, and also you'll notice that as I'm changing these, it's changing the names up here. So we have D1, D0, reset, ground, and D2, and now we're all getting close to the bottom. We're almost done with this side. The 14th pin, where are we at? D10, D11. And here's D12. And so now it doesn't start from the top to bottom next for the next row. From 16 to 30, it goes from the bottom to the top. So that's something to keep in mind. And for 16, at the bottom right on this Nucleo board, this is actually the 13th digital pin. So you want a D13. And then from here, we have the 3v3 pin. I have zero clue what this pin does. And then we have the ref pin for reference, I believe. And now we start counting from analog 7 to analog 0 in this direction. But the 3v3 pin, I've used multiple microcontrollers and I have no idea what it's for. I've never plugged in. I might have plugged something into there by following some guide online, but I don't know what it was for. I don't know what it does. What we might learn in the future. I probably will have to learn in the future, but it's not important now, so. Actually, I should still learn about it. It might come in handy, just knowing about its use. But anyways, analog 1, and now we're at analog 0. And as you can see, it's still editing on the actual symbol itself. And here for number 27, okay, we don't have any issues with this. This is just 5 volts. But now we're going to run into an issue. So 28, if we rename this to something that's already been named on the board, like to the same thing, so we already have a reset pin and rename this to reset, it's going to get mad at us. We have an exclamation mark. And you won't be able to save it, I believe. So what you actually have to do is you have to rename this back to reset anything else. I'm just going to put 1 for all the intents and purposes that we have here. And from here, we'll have another issue because there's 2 ground pins. So I'm going to name this, you'll see it gets mad. So I have to rename it. I'm just going to rename it ground 1. You guys can do whatever you want to make it different. Make it ground prime, I don't care. And then for the last one, we have VN, and there's our VN. So from here, we want to go back to File, and we want to click Save. So now our edits that we made are now saved. Click Exit from here, And now you'll notice that in the new symbol, instead of going from 115, 16 to 30 on this side, it has our changed names of the symbols. So from there, yeah, this is all good. We click next. This doesn't matter. Click next again. Doesn't matter. Click next again. This doesn't matter. Click yes. And now we want to save this to our user database because we're the user and this is our database. And we need to add the family. So we can select the family group. I'm going to put it in miscellaneous. You guys can put it wherever you want. Just remember where you put it. And then for the family name, I'm just going to make a new family called microcontrollers. You guys will have to do this. I'm going to be creating my third family because I have already done this twice before, but I want you guys to go through the same process. Just name it microcontrollers and you'll be good. And then click OK. So putting something in the same family is pretty easy, but I'll go over that in the next video. And then from there we have microcontrollers 3. And then we want to click place this component so that once we click finish, it'll immediately be on our cursor. So click finish. And there's our nucleo right there. Mine's _1 because I had to do that. But you'll notice that all the pins are there that we labeled them as. And you can now, if you want to place another one of these, go up here to place, component, and then go to user database. And then from here, you can see all the families that you've created, or the groups. Yeah, all the families that you've created. You can see that, I might have actually mislabeled something in one of these. It doesn't matter. But yeah, you can go back to what you've named it as, and you guys will be in microcontrollers 1, so you guys will have the normal nucleo. But because I made this new one, we'll be in microcontrollers 2. You can click OK. And then there's our nucleo. And as I said before, it is functionally useless. So if I go and add, let's say, an AC power source to this, just put it there. And then just put ground to it, doesn't matter. Actually, before I do this, you can use the pins on these, which is why this is important. So I can connect this pin to that pin, whatever. You probably don't want putting microcontrollers in sequence like this actually would be for an interesting project. You can connect all the wires as you see fit. You can even connect to itself. And what's also fun is that you can change the segment color of it, or the net color, if you so appreciate. So there it is, light blue. And then if we connect the AC power supply to this, like I said, because it's functionally useless, and you add actually let's add these. You add this to each of the different wires. You will only get information coming out of the power supply because none of the outputs are linked to anything important. So I click simulate, and then you see AC power going in through the first line, but as soon as it gets to the microcontroller, it doesn't matter where it's at, it won't pump anything out because we haven't messed with that information. But the others, they're completely useless. And I believe I covered everything. If I've missed anything, let me know and I'll make another video or respond to the comments. Yeah, that's it.